You can find a garage band somewhere near you in basically every town and city in the world. No matter the size, you can go into town, throw some loose change, and you'll likely hit a musician. However, there's one garage band that I play in that I want to discuss. We play elevator music, but it's not what you typically think of as elevator music. Our music is a fusion of both funk and grunge. This new and strange band is called Bass in the Rain. Bass in the Rain originally started because two of the members who go on to form the band had originally played in a much larger band together called the General Repair. Out of the 6 members that formed the General Repair, the 2 that I'm going to focus on for this are myself, the bass guitar player, and my friend and bandmate Leah, who plays both drums and percussion. It all had started one night when I was on my way to our practice space. I was heading down the stairs with my guitar and all my equipment, expecting that this would be like any other night when we practiced. We would just practice for a little bit, maybe eat some dinner in the middle, and then everyone would go home satisfied with what we'd done for the day. On my way down the stairs, Lee decided to meet me at the bottom and offered to help me bring down my equipment and set it up. She had also brought along a new percussion instrument that our lead singer and acoustic guitar player had made. The instrument made the sound of rain, and we had wondered what we could possibly do with this new instrument, but we weren't really sure where to go with it. As we set up my amplifier and her drum kit, we began joking that we would use this new instrument, accompanied by my bass and her drumming, to start a new band on our own. We had never really thought that it would go much farther than this joke, though, so we just continued to play with the General Repair as normal for most of the night. As will often happen during our band practices, the other members went to take a break in the middle to grab something to drink and have a quick breather. We were both bored and didn't really want to leave, so we decided that we were going to make this practice more interesting on our own. The whole process of making our songs started with Leah. She started just sort of messing around with her drum kit, testing her different drums and cymbals, and seeing what would sound well together. She was also working on combining the different drums and cymbals to see what she could do to form a basic pattern or beat that we could work with later. After a while, she had finally found a beat that she had liked, and she created a rhythm and started to create a tempo for the piece so that I could try and later to add a bass line in, and we would work with it from there. On the next time the General Repair took a break, Leah started playing her drum lines again, and I decided that I would start to join in. I grabbed my bass and began playing and tried to find my own lines that would work well with what she already had so that we could try and work out some songs that we might be able to play later. Finally, once we were both satisfied with what each of us had, we began performing our parts in unison and started creating the actual songs. We kept working on them for a while and started to figure out how long we wanted the songs to be in total, and if there were any changes that either of us wanted to make to either our parts or the other person's as well. By the time we had finished this process, the other members of the General Repair were back from their break, and we decided that we had wanted to perform for them. We had about 2 or 3 songs worth of material at this point, so we began to play, and our first show was for our fellow bandmates. After practice was finally done for the night, we realized that the only thing we had left to do was think up names for the songs we had made. But this has ended up becoming a whole process in and of itself. Some of the names we made up ended up being outright ridiculous, and others seemed to fit pretty well, but we ended up working it all out in the end, and we finally made our own set of songs. This story has been the formation of Bass in the Rain.